Hello everyone, I'm LordMidas and welcome back to the Empire of Carpathia, where we are at the doorstep of forming the Slavic Union. And I believe that in this episode we will definitely go ahead and form it. Because in the last episode we went ahead and got the two counties in the Dio region of Bohemia that we were missing because France split apart, and we won pretty easy two wars over here and got the two counties. And now we just need this single county over here in the Dio region of Chernigov and one county over here in the Dio region of Vladimir, and then we will be all set up to form the Slavic Union. Also, we were antagonizing Izyaslav Slovensky here, the seducer of Pskov, because he seduced one of our women and we want to get some revenge on him. And we do have the rivalry going on with him already, so let's go ahead and duel him. And in the meantime, we will also, once we've killed Izyaslav, go back to Duke Evangelos II of Adrianopolis here, try to antagonize him, make him a rival, and also duel him because he burnt our son Milan at the stake. That's the couple of extra things that we're going to try to do in this episode as well, while trying to form the Slavic Union. So for now, let's just go ahead and move our armies back into our territory and then dismiss them. And High Chief Izyaslav has accepted the duel challenge. Let's fight. My masterful short sword felt like an extension of my arm, and around us the onlookers held their breath. I moved carefully, and in a whirlwind of blows, they were down. Once the duel was over, I mopped the sweat off my brow. And definitely not walk away victorious. We will definitely kill him. I've been waiting for this, you filthy snake. Let's kill him. And apparently that also gave us some kind of a trait. Tribal Kinslayer. Okay, because that was a kinsman and we just killed him. This does give us extra attraction opinion though, but completely damages our diplomacy quite a bit. His diplomacy already quite low. And also -5 dynasty opinion. Alright, so look at that. Our son hates us all the way. Ruthless -120. Okay. Hopefully that will go away in 5 years, if we survive that long. And some Dior war has been declared against one of our vassals. Alright. Interesting stuff going on in our realm as well in terms of the vassals trying to expand their realm. And Patriarch Mstislav bursts into your tent, flanked by several warriors dragging Queen Yevpraxia of Vladimir with them in chains. This is our daughter. And look at that, again, the Valdensian faithful, just like her mother, who was also into the Valdensian faithful. We will not burn the apostate, we'll just let her go free, because she is our daughter like that. And what is that? Young Gauselm has finished his education in the ways of faith and learning. It is evident that he has excelled in his studies while sitting in prison. Interesting, he has become a scholarly theologian sitting in the prison there. This definitely pleases us, and that reminds us to just go ahead and check out the prisoners. There's a lot of prisoners that we're carrying around, probably from France, I think. Let's try to ransom as many as possible and kill off the rest. Hopefully flay them. Let's dismiss all of the armies that can be dismissed. Combine together their retinues and move towards these pagans to the east. A lot of ransoms are gonna be paid now, aren't they? People definitely want to have their people back. Hopefully somebody will want to pay the ransom of the scholar that we just produced. Otherwise he's gonna be a waste, isn't he? When we flay him. 4 more to go. Apparently the rest are all from the same person's court. Commander improved. Yeremy has improved significantly. Excellent. And tell me that somebody wants to ransom that scholar. The Arm Wrestling Challenge. Spirits are high at the lodge tonight and I'm itching for a challenge. Many important warriors have gathered in the large hall to celebrate a recent hunt, giving me no shortage of capable warriors. So Ragnita, the short-tempered, that's the strongest one that we can find right now with 20 personal combat skill. Also pretty groomed, long hair like us. And there's another person. He's stressed and depressed, and look at that, 61 personal combat skill. I think we're definitely going to go ahead and fight the strongest opponent. sit in front of one another and push hard. For a while, it seemed as if victory was assured. I was slowly pushing Rognita's hand closer and closer to the table, yet all of a sudden, she had started to gain back ground, getting her hand back up and starting to push on the opposite side. How is she doing it? Maybe cheating? With a loud thud, Rognita slams my fist against the table, earning a shower of cheers from the other warriors gathered around us. As if defeating me wasn't enough, she starts mocking me openly. Really? Does she want to get flayed as well now? I will show you who is stronger. Definitely invite her to a duel, because we have 70% combat skills, she has just 20. That's the last mistake that she makes in her life. Chosen to accept the challenge, let's fight. My opponent looks nervous, her armor a little ill-fitting, and I briefly contemplate asking if she would rather do this another day. A moment later, I snap out of it, letting the fresh morning air sharpen my senses instead. The staunch woman is soon on the ground, groaning in pain. We will show no mercy. She will get flayed like that, at the age of 33. That's what you get for insulting us after a rather unbalanced arm wrestling duel, because we were one-handed. Ransom a little bit more, that's the last one that we will ransom. And now we will definitely go ahead and execute as many people as possible. This will upset the realms of some of the characters executed. The council will consider one or more of these actions tyrannical. Probably because of some children, I would suppose. Yeah. The council does not approve of that, so we will remove them from the list. Is there any other child? This one as well. Yeah, I could just go ahead and change my council so that they can start approving. Alright, a few more actions are considered tyrannical. This one, why is this considered tyrannical now? Malcontent, look at that. You know what? Let's go ahead and change our council. I'm done with this malcontent business. Spymaster, we're gonna go ahead and invite a new one. This is it, I think. And somebody who likes us quite a bit. So Ruslan, Mystikos of Chios, somebody in Greece, is gonna go ahead and join our court and become the Spymaster. Who else is malcontent? The Marshal. Alright, then this is gonna be Marigato, Steward of Rosello. Let's invite him over, make sure he's not zealous. And who else? It was the Advisor. Fire Counselor. And I'm going to put somebody who won't be malcontent. Vishara, King of Ruthenia. Sure. Okay. Once we fix our council situation, we can go ahead and execute a lot of people, I think. That's it. I'm going to put the new Spymaster. He's a pragmatist. Also going to give him an honorary title, Master of the Horse. Put him to study tech in Constantinople because that's where he comes from. Also find a better marshal now. Also a pragmatist. Very nice. And everybody else should like me quite a bit. Now, Patriarch. That could also be improved a little bit, I think. Let's invite a better Patriarch over. This guy, who is a Catholic, so he won't be able to become the Patriarch. And otherwise, we don't have very good options. This guy with great pox and depressed and 51 years old, not gonna invite him. So we're gonna leave it like that, and now let's see if we can actually execute people. We can, and if we include the children, how's the situation then? Oops. Alright, the children are still not allowed. But this is fine. This will worsen your vassal's opinion of you by -10. What? Why? Alright, this one. This will lower all of your vassal's opinion of you by -10. Why? This is not from our realm. So, now she is from our realm. Okay, because Pilsen is now part of our realm. So we will have to release this woman. Okay, release her. And execute the others. Like that, beautiful. Invite to plot. I'm not gonna join any plot. And here our armies are ready to go ahead and attack this county now. So let's start moving in that direction. And also go ahead and declare the war. So I'm going to declare a holy war for Chernigov. This should be a pretty fast war. He's actually captured, so we could actually first ransom him. Why can't we click on the ransom button here? Ah, because that's not included. Okay, so the children can somehow be ransomed now. And this guy can't be ransomed, so we're going to execute him. Enemy county. Like that. Bowels torn out. And then assault this holding. Our concubine is pregnant. Very nice. She's also the bastard daughter of our half-sister or something. Or maybe our niece. Force demands over there. Beautiful. And now we just need the single county. And look at that. One of the counties has been taken off by the Bularid Khaganate. Yes, it is the Khaganate. Not gonna spend more money on trying to get the trade route running. And what is this? My dear Tsar, I am your humble servant, and while I may not have always viewed you as favorably as I should, I sincerely regret my behavior. The King of Pannonia likes our humility. What is that? He hates us like that because of being ruthless. But otherwise, he's trying to say some good stuff to us. King Ilya of Pomerania has killed somebody, right? And this single county has been taken off, so now we just need to get this single one. And he is currently defending against the King of Vladimir in Vladimir-Mari vassalization war. So even our vassal is trying to go ahead and get that county. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it on my own. A traveling poet who calls himself a bard arrived today. Good for nothing nobody. Or... yeah, if he does anything wrong, I will break every bone in his body because we are cruel like that. Let's just say that. The High Chief Ruslan, who had introduced the bard to the court, was not pleased with me promising to break the bard's bones. I tried to explain that I would only break the bones if the bard tried to do something unpleasant, but High Chief Ruslan did not accept that explanation. And there's a chance that we lose the Wrath trait, which we did. Okay, that's sad. I really wanted to keep him Wrath. My marshal has discovered a man of great military talent called the Demid, who is willing to serve my ranks. He is a duelist, look at that. Plus 30 personal combat skill. Would have really liked to become duelist on my own accord here, but unfortunately we didn't. And we're suffering a lot of attrition as well here. But we are going to declare the war. Holy War for Vologda. And what is this? To my liege, the just Tsar Rodislav. It has not escaped me that several of your commanders lack formal training in military tactics. No, I will not owe him a favor. We will insult him. And here we will assault and enforce demands. And that's pretty much it. Now we can move our stuff back so that we stop suffering the attrition. But hopefully now we should have enough land to form the Slavic Union. There it is. Completely controls the Kingdom of Bohemia, Poland, Galicia, Volhynia, Ruthenia, Chernigov, Vladimir, and Novgorod. Definitely not a viceroyalty. We do not have the trade incapable. We are at peace. We are an adult, but we need 5,000 prestige, and I know just how to get that. We've been saving up quite a bit of the gold here. So, and there's a lot of these titles that we can create. So I think what we can simply do is go ahead and create a lot of titles and bump up our prestige like that and quickly go ahead and form the Slavic Union. And here's where I want to point something out. So this is not the first time that I am recording this episode. I did try to record it one time before and basically reached this point and went ahead and formed quite a few titles. But what I saw is that I also wanted to go ahead and form the Empire of Russia. And when I did that, yeah, I got the Russkaya Pravda achievement. So you know that we were missing the Russkaya Pravda achievement even though we fulfilled the official, let's say, requirements of holding the Kingdom of Novgorod, which is the Kingdom of Russia, as a Russian. But we never got the achievement. And I really wanted to go ahead and give it a try by making the empire and seeing if creating the empire will give us the achievement, and it did. So either the achievement is bugged, that you have to form the empire to get the achievement, or the achievement is bugged in a way that you somehow have to create either the Kingdom of Novgorod or the Empire of Russia while you're already a Russian. So something like that. I don't know what happened, but we did get the achievement, and that's the good part. However, then I noticed a very weird bug, and that is that when I tried to form the Slavic Union, it would not let me create it. And the reason it would not let me create the Slavic Union is because it said that we do not completely control the Kingdom of Galicia-Volhynia. And I absolutely do not understand what happened, because nothing changed. We still held the entire region of Galicia-Volhynia, and when I went ahead and checked, like here, if I tried to create the kingdom, it said that we definitely control 100% of it. But in the requirements for the Slavic Union, it said that we don't really completely control the Kingdom of Galicia-Volhynia. So that was really weird and messed up. And very fortunately, I was keeping a backup of the Iron Man save file, so I was able to go ahead and reload the save file from before starting the episode. And now we're back at the same point. And hopefully this time the game does not bug out, and we are able to form the Slavic Union. So that's that. Just wanted to inform you about that little bit of a hiccup there as well. So let's go ahead and create some titles. If we form the Kingdom of Croatia, it will give us 400 prestige. So we need 5,000 prestige to make the Slavic Union, so this should be pretty easy to get it like this. Let's form the Kingdom of Croatia. And then we can form the Kingdom of Estonia as well. Lose a lot of piety because this character is not pious anyway, but look at that piety score. Much higher than what other pious people would be able to claim. Duchy of Silesia. Kingdom of Lithuania, finally. And you know what, let's go ahead and give that to one of our dynasty members over here, because we always wanted to do this. We wanted to give somebody of our dynasty the Kingdom of Lithuania, so let's give him the Kingdom of Lithuania. Alright, the council does not approve because these people are not landed and they want the titles. Alright, then we will hold out on that. Pretty close to the 5,000 mark here, the Duchy of Skalva. Alright. And the Empire of Russia. You know what, I'm not gonna go ahead and make it this time, because I don't know if making the empire is what bugs out the Galicia-Volhynia thing. But just to tell you that I did create it and we did get the achievement, so that's done, so I'm not really interested to try it out again. We can form the Kingdom of Galicia-Volhynia. Let's go ahead and do that. And that gives us 5,000 prestige, which is basically sufficient to go ahead and form the Slavic Union, which I think we are going to go ahead and do now. Tsar Rodislav the Flare creates the Slavic Union, becomes known as the founder of a bloodline, giving the following effects: extra monthly prestige, extra personal combat skill, which I think he definitely deserves because he has been a very formidable, very formidable duelist. Killed pretty much everybody that he fought. And we'll also give it the extra opinion with East Slavic and West Slavic cultures. Beautiful all around. And there it is, the Slavic Union. Centuries ago, the three brothers, Lech, Chech and Rus, our venerable ancestors, parted ways to settle their people. Divided by rivers, forests, mountains, and wicked conquerors, since time immemorial, we proved that blood is thicker than water, as today we celebrate the unification of all brothers and sisters of the Great Plain. Together we will stand impervious to the tests of time, and I think now when I go ahead and resume the game, we will get the Slavic Union achievement. But there it is, the Slavic Union. And we are now Tsar Rodislav the Flare of the Slavic Union. That's our Empire tier title now. And let's resume a little bit to get the achievement. And there it is, Lech, Chech and Rus. Achievement unlocked, beautiful. So that's it. I think we can also go ahead and have a quick look at the bloodlines. There it is. We have two bloodlines running in our family, both coming from our dynasty members. One of the blood of Saint Rodislav Slovensky, and the other one is blood of Rodislav the Flare. Look at that, look at the contrast. We've got one of the most pious people that our dynasty has ever known, and then one of the most cruel and impious people the dynasty has ever known. Both of their bloods shall mingle in our veins and in our dynasty. Tsar Rodislav II managed to unite the formerly disparate East and West Slavic people under his rule. And this is a matrilineal transfer active and only patrilineal inheritance, but So the blood of Saint Rodislav Slovansky does not pass on to bastard people, but this one will. Alright, that is also interesting to know. That's a pretty interesting bloodline, so we could go ahead and also continue this campaign, but I think we're not going to do that, so we pretty much accomplished our goal here. It has been a very long campaign, possibly could have been shorter if we had, disabled the defensive pacts, but I have been very satisfied in playing in this region anyway, because this was my first time playing in the Russian region. I had previously not played in this region and in this pagan, like Slavic religion, etc. Also, we were able to go ahead and explore some of the mass conversion mechanics, and overall very nice and very exciting experience. Unfortunately, we will not be able to exact our revenge against Dukes Evangelos of Adrianopolis in this playthrough. Also, we forgot to keep him on the antagonized status here. Should have put him back there after we had killed Izyaslav. But he will get to live a few more years then, or maybe Rodislav the Flare will kill him while we are not looking. In any case, it is time to go ahead and resign from the campaign and have a look at our history. So we got a score of 27,081, and with that score we have beaten the House of Bialbo. Of course, we could have pretty much beaten every house if we had continued, who arguably created the modern state of Sweden. Prior to their ascension, the Swedish state was highly decentralized, where the writ of royal authority barely ran. The Bialbo kings regulated things more clearly, conquered Finland, and by 1337 had entered a personal union with Norway, leading Sweden to the height of its medieval power. I'm pretty sure that whatever we accomplished in terms of the Empire of Carpathia and also in terms of the Slavic Union is much greater than what the House of Bialbo has done. Let's have a quick look at our history here. We started off as High Chief Rodislav of Ilmenia, if I remember correctly, who later formed the Kingdom of Novgorod because he subjugated the people around him and became to be known as King Rodislav the Able of Novgorod. He ruled for 29 years. And he was more interested in matters of financial importance, if I remember correctly. He did expand the realm quite a bit, like he expanded to the south quite a bit as well. But mostly he got a lot of the economic stability of the realm going, also formed a trade route, etc. And we had a very interesting experience with him in terms of, flirting around with the priestess Peryaslava of Soltsy, who was the priestess of our temple in the capital province. And that name, Peryaslava, has been with us throughout our playthrough in different forms. That was a very interesting thing to happen over there. And he was a pagan ruler. And his son, Yaroslav, became the king of Novgorod when he died. King Rodislav was also pretty much stark raving mad by the time he died. That was a very sad way to see him go. He became a lunatic towards the end of his life. But Yaroslav would then make some decisions which would completely alter the history of the Slavic region and also of our dynasty forever. He did a lot of great things, and I really, really wish that he would have gotten a bloodline associated with him. He definitely deserved it. So he went ahead and expanded our realm by quite a bit, very, very much. The expansion in his time was really, really a lot. He went ahead and subjugated the Kingdom of Pannonia and also then expanded towards the east and west later on in terms of holy wars. And that's where the other important decision comes in, because when he became close to the Byzantine Emperor, he decided that it would be best for us to mass convert to the iconoclast faith. And that's what we did, and then he became to be known as Emperor Demetrius the Strong of Carpathia. He also formed the Empire of Carpathia in his time, so he is definitely the first emperor that we had seen. And it's really sad that he retained the wrath trait by the time of his death, otherwise I'm pretty sure that he would have definitely been a very, very good candidate to become a saint. But upon his death, so he ruled for 32 years, his son Rodislav, who was named after his grandfather, he was also a very, very nice ruler. He was more interested in matters of faith and scholarship. So he spent pretty much all of his time with all of his life with the theology focus, and also had pretty much all of the pious virtues in him. And he was a very, very pious character, and rightly so. After his death, he ruled for 28 years. He was declared a saint, the first saint in the history of the iconoclast faith. Or was it the second? I think it was the second saint. So before he was declared a saint, one other person was also declared a saint in the iconoclast faith, but he was the second one. And definitely the first one in our dynasty. So that was also a very beautiful character to play as. And then his son, Milan the Blessed, who he ruled for 23 years, he was also an interesting character. He basically followed in the footsteps of his father and grandfather and also became a very, very pious character. He was the Blessed. And I also believe that he also made a very nice candidate to become a saint, but unfortunately, he did not even get beatified, and I don't know why that happened, because he was murdered by someone. And maybe when you get assassinated, your chances of becoming a blessed or a saint get reduced, I don't know. So that nickname that he has, that does not come from being beatified, he just got that nickname somehow in another way. And upon his death, we have Tsar Rodislav the Flare, and now we see Tsar here, because in the time of Milan, I believe, or was it in the time of Rodislav? I think it was in the time of Milan, probably, maybe in the time of Rodislav, I think, that we went ahead and converted to the Russian culture. And since then onwards, we were called the Tsar. And Tsar Rodislav the Flare then, he was the last emperor that we were playing as, and he was completely different from all of the other characters that we had previously played. He was known as the Flare. Currently ruled for 31 years. He will probably rule for a bit more before he dies. And he was a very, very cool character. Pretty much killed a lot of people in his life. More than 100 people. I would say that towards the end of our campaign, he must have been close to 150 people killed in his lifetime. And he also expanded the realm quite a bit. And especially the most important thing that he did was expand into the 2 counties that we needed off of France. And then finally form the Slavic Union. So in these 5 generations, we have basically had a very, very exciting and I would say enjoyable campaign, whereby we explored quite a bit of the new mechanics that they've added with the DLC as well. We explored the warrior lodges, the mass conversion, also played as a Christian ruler. We also played as rather neutral-ish characters, and then very, very pious characters, and then very, very cool characters. I would say this has been a very, very nice campaign. And now I would definitely like to say that thank you very much, everybody, for following along with this playthrough, for your comments, your feedback. It has been very, 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 very nice for me to have you along in this playthrough. And definitely in the future as well, we will also have a lot of more campaigns. And if you have any more suggestions for what kind of campaigns we could do in the future for CK2, please put them down in the description of this video, and we will definitely go ahead and do some of them in the future. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and focus a bit more on the Battle Brothers campaign that I'm doing currently. So if we're gonna put CK2 on a break for some time. We will come back to it in the future. But for now, it's gonna be mostly Battle Brothers pretty much every week for a few weeks. So thank you very much for joining me for this amazing playthrough, this grand campaign. I hope you liked it. If you did, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for future content. I believe you're already subscribed by now. And I will see you then in the next video. Bye-bye.